No, the quiz you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, no, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy.
You see the sunrise, a new day's upon you. You bite your nails and you need something trouble. The time is upon you to show them what you can do, and soon they will know that the day has come. Knows that we are gifted just for being who is we are. For being who is we are. Into the night, I hear a storm. And then to the wind is what I'm moving. And then to the wind is what I'm moving. I'm moving. Feel the pressure of the storm. That's all I need. So many names and faces. So many fights that I don't like places. And every day I walk waiting and waiting. No, I'm not too brave. I'm gonna take a stand. I've been brave. I'm telling you I leave. Finally take my day.
Duels, a method that many people used during the times, based on still help you to survive, where from a counter-driving strip like thieves, birds, or even based on burglars at best. But sometimes the best of the best use stealth to kill he or her opponents, and based on use it during this day, even comes with visual as well. And today we're bringing two of the finest stealth fighters to get out from the universe to face out one-on-one in a fight between smarts and brawn. Batman, the Dark Knight, and the Cape Crusader of Gotham City of the DC universe. And Solid Snake, mercenary, a former Foundhound member, and also clone of Big Boss and a legendary soldier of Metal Gear. My name is Deathzone24, and my job to analyze these two competitors and see who will win in a deadly duo. Throughout Gotham City, there are many good, basically, let's be honest, bad things about this city. Really, the number one worst city that you should go to or even live there. And personally, a bunch of thugs and also crime bosses at there, such as the unpredictable Joker, or Penguin, aka Cobblepot, or Two-Face, the man who decides phase, and basically enough other villains out there who are basically much more killer. However, there's one man that actually protects Gotham. It actually became a guardian angel or even a Dark Knight. Dark Knight took the Gotham City and claimed the citizens at there. He vengeance against those who are ever trying over evil. Actually, good. It's been sorry. But anyways, the one man who want to protect Gotham is the Dark Knight, Batman. Now I already covered Batman's origin before, and basically now Batman did make his appearance twice, because he made his appearance in Season 2 faced off with Scorpion in Mortal Kombat, and also being a Season 2 finale along with the Justice League to face off with the Z-Fighters. But anyways, with that in mind, without his origin, it's pretty much why Batman is pretty much a strong and also one of the smartest people in the DC universe so far. And personally, one of the most richest ones out there. Basically enough, he is the son of Thomas Wayne and also Martha Wayne. Although there are many incarnations of Batman, such as the Telltale Batman, the Arkham Batman, and even Tom Wayne Batman in the Flashpoint. And basically enough, all of them have one thing in common. They had martial art of combat, including their arsenal, which we're going to be covering today. Since Batman is a founding member of Justice League, even without superpowers, he's impressive. Basically enough, he is the master of martial arts when she mastered over 177 martial arts. And sorry for the mistranslation and also misspells. It's meant to say is peak human strength, speed, and durability. Sorry for that. And know that he had genius level intellect. And with that, he managed to develop hundreds of gadgets and devices ahead of their time, including the vacuum computer itself, which will be covered later on. Plus, he is fluent and learned over 20 different languages to Japanese, based on Spanish, French, and even including Kryptonian as well. And knowing that he is a master of stealth and security due to his training in ninjutsu, and Batman is pretty much the master in art of stealth thanks to Ra's al Ghul in the Dark Knight based on Batman Begins. Plus, he is capable of striking fear into common criminals. Plus, he is a master detective, which, basically enough, he was considered as the world's greatest detective on numerous occasions, and for many reasons. He's capable of observing and finding entertaining and also and detective reasoning of high caliber, and plus he has solved several unsolvable cases, and based on every single one of them, heck, there's really a lot. Plus, it has been shown that it is capable of using device skills in combat and based on learning everything, such as he fought an opponent that even doesn't have a tongue. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Plus, it's stated that his reasonings and detective able to second to nothing. Plus, he is a master escape artist. Basically, he escaped every single trap. It's stated is second best escape artist on the planet as well. And all thanks to his training with Zatanna's father, based on escape archeries, and stated that he is identified 3 ways to break out of prison without even using up any tools. And even one time he was struck by Joker's Joker Venom and managed to escape from his own coffin underneath, alive. Also, he's an expert marksman due to his training. Batman almost never actually done it, so yeah. And without a superhero, Batman had plenty of lot of gadgets, but today we're covering a few they normally use. And we're not putting the, based on the sexual propeller, or even the shark propel, and several more. Anyways, let's start with his bat suit. It's actually a part of armor and bulletproof and with built-in taser with his mask, plus his cape is used for a glide, and also his utility belt holds plenty stuff and major of his arsenal as well. Just as his batarangs, his signature ones. Basically enough, with the batarangs, it's actually pocket-sized boomerangs and can be explode and even have net variations as well. And knowing that he also has liquid nitrogen capsules, which actually throws his opponents without reason and basically enough moving down and based on opening fight. Plus he has the sonic grenades, sword grenades, and also a grind hood to escape or even grab his foes like Scorpion. Yeah, I know, too soon. And now you have gas pellets with based on high sank without even anyone to see him. Plus he had knockout darts and sorry for that, I missed translation. Sorry for again. Plus he had a knockout dart gun and had an EMP grenade, which based on shock and technology or weaponry. He had, and plus along with his suit, he had shock gloves, which after his bites, insane vein, and had explosive gel, which destroy a wall, for example. Knowing that he also had the tear gas pellets, and basically make his opponents cry and basically cannot see him. Plus, he have even foam capsules with small capsules that are usually for restricting. Plus, he had a laser cutter, a gadget that quite very in use, and even cut through basically a concrete wall without even issue. Wow, Batman pretty much a lot of arsenal. And with all that, Batman had achieved several feats. He managed to support a skyscraper despite its fall on top of him, and basically is no joke. Plus, he has decided strategies for taking down each of the Justice League members to the Flash, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, and even the Man Suit Superman. Plus, he managed to overpower several metahumans such as Bane and Kill Croc. Plus, he was able to recover from taking a bullet to the head surprisingly, and based on one of the first DC characters who ever managed to dodge Darkseid's Omega beams. Basically now, the only beams that no one cannot escape from. And knowing that, he managed to find Wonder Woman by slamming him through a wall in Justice got some on his comic year 4. I'm not kidding. That is pretty impressive from a human, but unlike humans, Batman is pretty much have his flaws. Besides his arsenal, most of his arsenal is designed to be not lethal, basically not to kill. Plus, his best beats are actually from prep time, which isn't allowed to this show. Well, sometimes. Plus, his most gadgets are used to incapable and restricting. Plus, he is a moral human at the end of the day, and he can be killed by any human, such any superhero such as Superman. However, surprisingly to any character, he knows this. This is the way what he's supposed to do. Learn his mistakes and learn for the next day. Learn each strategy to win a fight. Even though there's some fights he did win several duels several times, but Batman has proven time again that he can able to keep up with the world's finest heroes such as Superman and the Flash, and even incarnations. All I can say, beware of the Batman.
Stay down.
Basically enough, it wouldn't know what this guy know me of. And despite that, basically not be appearing in the Metal Gear Survival, and thank God he didn't, Solid Snake is definitely one of Metal Gear's best soldiers and best characters. But many people have thought where he actually started. Well, his origin kind of a so-called typical solution. So for this sake, I am gonna cover what happened. You see, it's actually kind of complicated. He was actually a clone, and well, sort of a clone, and was actually reduced and also have the DNA of a scientist female, which is actually coming another way when we're going to be talking about his art clone. And to be honest, it's kind of actually difficult to talk about it because, well, like I said, complicated. But there's one thing though to be important about this, his origin. You see, one of his clones, or his brothers for example, were determined to become good or bad. The good would basically save the world, while the other destroys it as well. And lucky for us, at least Snake managed to be good. And basically now with all that, it had pretty much standards that was the best. How so? Well, let's cover his days as a soldier. Basically now, Solid Snake had joined several groups of best, such as the US Army and the United States government, and based on several. However, there's one military that he actually later on joined on and probably for the rest of his days, which is Foxhound, the special forces group that dedicated to take on beautiful threats. And basically, not surprisingly, it's actually a thing. No, seriously, no doubt. One mission ago, Snake had to recover a agent that was better captured and find on the planets of a terroristic weapon called the Metal Gear. Based on just the name title. Anyways, the Metal Gear is the most ultimate weapon that will cause wars itself. And thankfully enough, Snake managed to destroy it. But here's one twist on this one. Turns out that Big Boss himself was actually running the whole group the whole time, and basically enough caused his own death and basically enough be presumed dead by the hands of Snake. Which surprisingly, Big Boss is actually Snake's father the whole time, and like I said, it's kind of actually complicated in this one. So after being destroying the American along with the base, Snake decided to become a, well, surprisingly a drunk winter snow racer for some reason, and basically enough have won several, surprisingly. But basically enough, he is basically drunk, and well, of course, any sorts have done that. However, when he heard news about Big Boss being alive again, and surprisingly not how be sure why, he later took him on, and even killed several ways, such as using a lighter with a hairspray. And yes, this actually happened once. Snake is surprisingly that good, but however, every Metal Gear show up once in a while. So basically, now Snake had to take out one of them one by one, and had to be Big Boss, well, several times. Because, come on, no doubt these two have a big rivalry all the time. So, basically enough, it's kind of complicated, but still, Don Snake will be back in the military once more from his retirement to face out one last battle, up until Metal Gear survived, because let's face it, Metal Gear Survive didn't fall with Solid Snake, because it sucked. And yes, I had to put this there because what the clears left coming on me. Well, anyways, let's just get to his bio. Due to his aging and based on becoming an old man at 42, David, or Solid Snake, or Old Snake, or whatever his name is, he have gone a lot of wars, from being a former member of the Foxhound, spy, mercenary soldier, and even a clone of Big Boss. Yes, I already said before, Snake has been through a lot. I mean, a lot of things have happened to him, and basically it all had to do with his precious power and skills, and also abilities as well. Just as his willpower, basically with this, he actually kind of willing to do anything to survive, even refusing to give up even though the odds are against his own favor. Plus, he resists to anything, such as resist to Psycho's Mantis and Illusion, even setting him on fire, of course, and even unable. Plus, Psycho Mantis cannot even read his mind, and even resist to torture in forms of wretched shots. Yes. And knowing that, he is a pretty good strategist in the fight, even winning most opponents. Heck, I can think of a few times that we're able to destroy a Metal Gear and destroy another Metal Gear, destroy other Metal Gear. No, this is kind of confusing. But anyways, he have highly resourceful, and plus he is a skilled tracker, can't able to track left behind by animals or humans, and plus he is a stealth expert and can't able to enter high security and master marksman. Plus he is a master hand-to-hand combat, thanks to his training as a soldier as well. Plus, there's one thing though, all the habit with nano machines. Nano machines is based on miniature machines inside Snake's bloodstream that enhances and also regulates his abilities. Plus, it recharges Snake's body heat, and Snake with it possesses support and also imagery such as sugar and based on the environment. Sorry, I feel like I'm trying to lose our breath lately. But anyways, he also with the nanobots, he can reduce the effects of disease, but aren't able to directly administer specific medicine. So basically now, Snake is pretty much immune to any disease. Or sometimes, it really depends what the game developer have to do. Oh wait, I forget, he got fired. Sorry about that. Although without saying, any soldier cannot be forgetting in his arsenal. Snake had carried a lot of arsenal over the years, but for this one, I'm going to cover some few. His knives, such as his stun knife, which can shock his opponent. He had pistols, which is his own SLSC pistol. His assault rifle, such as the FN assault rifle. A sniper rifle, which is a PSG-1 sniper rifle at best. And had rocket launchers, which several kinds, but two, which is a no-roma remote controller missile launcher, and also the stunner missile launcher. Plus he had a 1911 operator, a pistol that used for limited shots. Plus he had an autocom, which is a smart camouflage that blends its colors, including heat signatures, into full, making it basically out invisible at any time unless you have X-ray. Plus he had the Snake Eye, and no, there's not a reason why he have an eye patch. It's because basically out with a solid eye, it has night vision and reveals IR, heat signatures, and footprints. Plus it's established as a reader which should pick up nearby bioscreen. And plus, not only that, Snake also have his explosives such as his own grenades, of course. But the type of grenades he have is actually stun and creep grenades. Plus a C4, and we cannot forget the cardboard box because, well, basically he has a cardboard box. I mean, it's good for hiding things, but what happens if he gets a much more deep situation than that? Okay, basically now, Dark War, all songs are pretty great, but there's one more thing he have left. His supporter, Icon. Well, based on how and Richard, but in his code name is Ancon. Ancon is the founding member of the Fearsome and based on an expert on computer and also hacker as well. Plus, he is the first one who did design the Metal Gear Rex that based off could be a possibility of destruction. Plus, he's known for hacking the FBI, the U.S. Army, and even the actual tech as well. So based on he's the first world hacker. With all this, Snake has achieved many feats along with Anka's help. He had been Big Boss on two separate occasions. Destroyed four Metal Gears separated, but he was able to outsnipe a sniper named Sniper Wolf, who get able to snipe perfectly in a fight in a blizzard. Literally. Ignoring that, he managed to by being fired out a railgun that was used by a Metal Gear, overcame his own, well, based on his general superior twin clone brother, and yes, that's his name, and surprisingly, he managed to survive a microwave board meant for 3. Seriously, he survived a microwave that, based on, could be the size of a lateral building. Very impressive, but however, Snake, like himself, have few flaws. His excessive aging has made his prone to heart attacks and also seizures, but despite being as a super soldier, bullets can actually take him down as he wears very little armor, plus with his strength, endurance, and speed are only slightly superhuman, plus due to suffer of aging, he can actually based on be killed while being in old age. However, despite all the odds, even with aging, Snake can still fight one last time. He survived wars, he managed to survive many tons of being over the years, and based on surviving many heats of whatever fate got to him. Even due to his old age, Snake is still proven time again he's a legendary soldier, and proven that he is no soldier to face with. Basically enough, this is one soldier that you should not mess with.
Snake wins!
Alright, combatants have been done analyzed. Before I reveal who's winner, let's go see the results that you guys put. Shall we? Let's go to the sneaky results. Yes, I had to put that there. I mean, come on, this is a battle between stealth. So let's just get to the count. Let's just get to the votes. Alright, over 20 votes. The Batman from DC gets 45% and Solid Snake gets 55%. And based on what the close average with a polls of the percentage, it's actually going close. You really dig that. But anyways, there's only 3 comments that we had to get to, so let's just go. Joshua James stated that this is gonna be actually a tie because both players have ways to encounter each other, but Snake wins due to his knowledge and destroying Metal Gears. If I had no other person who in the world who ever challenged that. And from Metal stated that not Compost Snake, but Compost Batman, and from Kiritz, not counting the Hellbat suit. That makes sense. But anyways, let's get to the winner. And the winner between 2 stealthy fighters of fiction is Batman. And based enough, it's pretty obvious. And I feel like I raised a whole entire fanbase of Metal Gear. If I were to say anything about nice about Solid Snake, at least he's not on the 6th one, because let's face it, Metal Gear Survive is basically a suck. Yeah, I said it. But anyways, let's get to the cards why Batman is the winner of this fight. Alright, for speed, it could be go either way. Batman and Solid Snake have, or at best, massive hypersonic. But the only difference is that Solid Snake's speed advantage is based enough able to keep up with a railgun. Well, at best, it is pretty impressive. But however, the only difference is that Batman can dodge and move so fast to keep up with superhumans. Plus, he managed to dodge every single Omega beam. So, yeah, it makes sense if you really think about it between a guy against guns and a guy who faces off with meta heroes and gods. But straight bench I am giving to is Solid Snake. While Batman had his career, had taken on many things, but the only best is that ability level. But however, Snake is capable to, let's say, able to take on many foes such as Big Boss, and even with weapons. So it's clearly that Spider-Man is good to his Snake. Now for intelligence, this could go either way. Based enough, Snake and Batman have gone many ways, but the only difference is that Batman is much more intelligent than Snake. Snake is an extremely skilled combatant and a very good soldier at best. But the only thing is that Batman is a much more superior genius than Snake. Plus he's worth mentioning, he is the second most intelligent person on the planet after Lex Luthor. So basically, yeah, pretty much that. It also has to go with experience. While Snake had much more experience as Batman, but Batman had much more experience against foes who are, no doubt, had much more superior and over-strong than Snake. Plus, Batman had much more experience against opponents like Snake in every way, such as Soldier, Vigilante, and Red Hood. So, if you really think about it, the experience branch I am giving to is Batman. However, for the third ability for the last one, it goes to Solid Snake. Because basically now, Solid Snake has survived several beings, while Batman has survived many tons, but the only thing he ever survived is just breaking his own back. While Snake has survived much more tougher things than Batman, but he survived his own electric shocks while running, and even survived a microwave. Literally, he almost got killed in there. So based on his 3 great minutes. Sorry, good Metal Gear fans. Well, I would say Snake could have won the fight, but at the end, Batman pretty much stomped in nearly ways. I guess bronze cannot be brain sometimes. And based enough, while Snake much more have strength and durability than Batman, but Batman had much more speed and much more intelligent experience against Snake. And based enough, even with Alcon, it wasn't actually not hard to save Snake. So in the end, it's a solid victory for Batman. The winner is the Batman.